morning.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, Kenny.
I don't too much espresso, boss. How you doing?
Guten Tag.
Nice to see you.
Indeed, indeed. I feel like
Welcome to the studio,
I feel
finally.
like running, you know what I'm
We
saying?
are here.
Miguel.
Hello, Faisal. How are you? Yeah.
Faisal, you do a good job today.
Yes.
Please.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
You're an ethical hacker today, boss. Faisal, you look like you the one who stole the Bitcoin.
Faisal finally, grew some kahunas. No? Bloody. The guy goes like this. Yeah. You okay? Huh? You okay?
Yes.
Is everything okay at your house, friend?
Me bro. Yes. Yes.
The kids treating you right?
I've been resting this week, you know what I'm saying?
Are the kids treating you right? Hey, myself and Megan beat out a lot
Oh, you get beat?
for episode 3.
You get beat? Fuck them gays.
No.
Honest. Yeah. Sorry. If you guys are watching this 10 years down the line, you know what I'm saying? I really meant it. I didn't mean it. Okay.
Wow, this is going to be episode 3.
Let's go. Anyway, guys, welcome to another one. It's episode number
5, boss.
Number 5!
We survived that long?
Yo, we bro.
I might have to do a Picard series at this point.
And today, our superiors were like, you guys are doing a podcast, it's your thing. And we're like, okay, cool.
Thank you.
We're glad. Thank you once again. We appreciate you guys.
And who are the people that are backing us that said you guys are doing your own thing? I'm taking a step back.
Since you know that NFT marketplace.
Right thing.
Yes.
Yes, so Liga never puts anything
Liga
there.
makes it as a right
It's
thing.
been like
Right
5
thing.
episodes now, and she puts nothing. But anyway, let's get into some coins and chuckles. Thank you everybody for joining us. Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
Should I do a proper intro?
So, guys, I'd like to bring on the special guest today. He's a special guy, and he does intros especially
Very much
for the
so.
show.
Very much so.
He's a prestige man.
He will say his name.
He shall say his own name.
Timothy.
Because from the Himalayas.
No, because it's him.
From the Himalayas, where there's only him.
Why?
Himalayas.
Is that not like a brand for face wash or something?
That is a brand, but it's named after the mountain.
So the Himalayas is a
He's a
mountain.
mountain-looking man.
So it's a mountain.
It's
Like him, he's so big, like a mountain.
Then why are you saying Himalayas?
He's a mountain.
No, I'm saying why are you calling it? Have you started?
Yo,
Oh, yeah. He's about to. Yeah.
He's about to present himself. He's about to present himself and all of us.
okay, finally. Hi, welcome to Coins and Chuckles. I let them ramble on for about 10 minutes, hoping they do the thing, but they did not. There was a shambles. Oh, sorry, that was a. We can say don't tap. Stop being an ops, bro.
This man is a hidden talent for tap dancing.
You had that deep-seated tap dancing song in me.
Let me do a set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tap dancing Maori.
Stop tap dance. I was about to replicate that Kendrick Lamar. No, stop tap dancing. Oh, we cry together.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, do this.
Stop dancing around the conversation.
Okay, you do this. So.
You know what? The problem is him. He keeps laughing.
Yeah.
He throws us off.
Okay. Welcome to Coins and Chuckles, episode 5. We are the coins, that is the chuckles. You come to see the chuckles. I will ask these 5 gentle Timothy's to introduce themselves. But before we get into that, good sir, who they don't know who you are. Before you even get into that, what is a Coins and Chuckles?
Coins and Chuckles. Right, guys? You're supposed to know by now, guys. We're in episode 5. If you don't know, go back.
Yeah.
Stop wasting time.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for those who don't know, just
The new people.
family,
Yeah.
welcome.
Let him continue.
Right. Coins and Chuckles is about coins. Number 1. Chuckles. Number 2. I don't know the rest.
The Web3.
Anyway, guys, thank you. Coins and Chuckles is basically everything Web3, NFTs, blockchain. What is this financial thing that you like to say? Fintech. So we'll be educating you guys, and we'll be sharing our thoughts on certain articles, conversations, couple jokes in between, all Web3 related for you guys at home, at school, at work, in the car, no matter where you are, on the bus. Yes. And yeah, we'll be entertaining you while we talk about Web3. Everything Web3. Then, I think so. I mean, hold on. Shh. This is a family show.
Sorry, kids. You know,
Thank you.
Ahunas
You're welcome.
is a term.
Did I get everything?
You did, thank you.
Right. Today's been an off day, guys.
Before we have to, Megan and I, for episode 3, we slaved on the technical difficulties because of this man. So I'm going to cut him off before he continues about the whole...
Do better, Chad.
For everyone at home, like this fine gentleman who will introduce himself very soon has just said, we are Coins and Chuckles. We speak about everything Web3, cryptocurrency, NFTs. He forgot Metaverse, but that's why I am saying it. And basically everything in this vast fintech environment that we are currently finding ourselves in. Like I said, we are the Coins, that is the Chuckles. If you are new here, thank you for joining our Coins and Chuckles family. We're so happy to have you. If you're not new, thank you for riding the journey with us. We know it's not been easy. We know episode 3 was rough, but you got through it. You got through the banter, you got through the please standbys, and now we are here.
You skipped episode 4. We did episode 4.
And episode 4.
Episode 4!
But now we are here. Welcome, sit back, relax. As we always say, this man right here, by corporate standards, has to keep it short, but he keeps it long. You know, he speaks the piece and he says he say, but if you are not of the people who can listen to the say, please go and get your samosas, go and get your chips, go and get your popcorn, go and get your Doritos. And as you saw in episode 4, because now we've converted him, go and get your pineapple and your masala and sit down and enjoy it like this man has. And with that being said, who are you, my good sir?
I'm Chuckles for the day.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Keeping it short, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Passing on to my gentleman over here to my right.
Right, as Chuckles has said,
He's done it again.
as Chuckles has said, and now I finally accepted the fact that he will never give us his real name. However, Megan has given his name.
100%.
Right?
His name is Kenny.
Kenny, the
The Papa, the Frenchiest who?
Fry!
Thank you,
Fry
my
me.
good sir.
It is who?
The Frenchiest fry.
It is I.
It is I.
This is I, the Frenchiest fry.
There we go.
Kenny. After episode 2, we have to just coax it out of him.
Yeah, yeah,
And it gets worse and worse.
Oh, that
being said,
really out of you.
who are you? Since
I am
short.
just Chad.
Just listen to me.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm just Chad, guys. That's it, bro. Just Chad. I probably got like the shortest intro. Hi.
Sorry, I don't know if I asked you last episode. I can't remember. It's been a week. No pet names. No Punchununu. No Pepe.
Punchununu, no baby cakes, no
Daddy.
cucarachas.
I call you Daddy.
You are sus.
That's sus, my friend.
What?
No, you don't call me daddy at all.
Daddy
You call me other things, that's not nice.
Say father figure.
Father figure.
Yeah, that one. Nice sus.
Darth Vader.
Look there, that's your father.
And you are my
Don't say
Luke
Skywalker. Hey.
Luke Skywalker, though.
Is he back?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we good. I'm Lucas Skywalker.
Lucas. Yes, I'm just Chad. No nicknames, no other things like that. Just Chad. Thank you. And him. Who you?
Are we gonna hit a whole intro? Can I just run it?
Do it.
Like, just run it.
Run.
Believe in yourself.
I don't go anywhere. Just run.
Faisal is doing this.
Battery.
Damn.
We just.
See.
Where's your other battery, by the way?
Oh,
why all the way there? Don't cut this.
The only
I
time.
want the people to see.
The only time the people.
This horrible second. We're gonna retract you, Faisal. Boss, you went through an intro, not looking at your battery, not knowing my battery is halfway through.
Only did the intro and the batteries done for.
It does actually. This place is the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, when you're not recording.
No, when you are recording.
FKJ is coming to South
Yeah.
Africa.
Oh, what?
Next month.
Fresh Cuba juice.
Yes.
When?
Close to Hill.
Where? Conspiracy Hill.
Joburg, it's coming to Joburg.
It's also
Constitution Hill.
Yeah, they doing great, huh?
Constitutional Hill.
yeah, mine as well.
Yeah.
You know.
You just swear at me.
I said,
I saw a middle finger.
I saw two.
Oh.
2 middle fingers.
Lying before you go to a mosque tomorrow is around mosque. Don't be lying. Find out.
He was a bit funny guy. And he was like, I don't know. So I said, but
That's what I do my head. And cut. I mean, scene.
we've been recording.
Right. Tell us, bro. Who are you? He makes intros long, eh? He
Yeah, it's actually
He
him.
blames you. It's him.
And maybe he doesn't keep this in, so I'll ask again. Should I just run it?
How many times did you ask that question now?
I'm right this. And take two. Let's take two now. And take two.
So for those who don't know, get to know. They call me. I mean, he's actually. I could have gone there one further. They call me Mikhail. That's an actual name. That's by the government. But to those who know, the others are Mix, Mickey, and the most important one, thank you, fine gentlemen. And we're closer to episode 10 than I ever thought we would be, so it looks like I'm actually going to drop that in a few seconds.
We can't see who's just coming.
Wow, way through.
I know it's very scary, daunting, but we've really prolonged this intro. Yes. And I'm not again at the beginning. Without further ado, as we usually say, I need some water.
He needs more love.
Time to go again. Waiting up, simmer down. You might as well overheat.
His blood rushes whole body.
Heartbeat racing like a doggy's. I just need you to come down. I don't want too much. Let him have some water.
Yes, because I want to say.
Thank you, mate.
You're welcome. We'll do it again.
You
were saying?
The Jackson one.
But again?
Jackson 1. You know Jackson 5? No, this is Jackson 5. That's the original.
The first.
No, Michael Jackson and Jimmy
Literally
Jackson.
the first.
Jackson
5 makes them the fifth.
You know about judging me, bro. Because why? It's like Beyonce and the other two girls. Beyonce or Kelly Rowland. Who's the other one?
Michelle Williams.
I'll not ask why you know that.
I'm a 90s kid.
Let's keep it rolling.
Right. You were saying. With us.
Thank you. I need some water. But let me try and do the Sean Connery voice again. So for a side, that doesn't work out, does it?
Just be yourself, man.
Why you can just drink water, bro?
No, bruh.
There's water in front of you.
Come on.
Maybe I'll change my accent like
A
that.
5-minute break, please. You're drinking water.
5 minutes, bro. You almost not that thirsty? That's so fine. It's amazing. Nice. Yes.
Alright, so like I was saying.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. From the break.
This is not news, bro. This is not news.
So like we were saying, or like I was trying to say, we always segue into Conversation Street.
Yes.
Like I said, last episode, or possibly episode 3, because we're just rolling at this point. Touch the street lights, stand on the corner, wave at the neighbors in Conversation Street, and say, who's it? How's it going?
Oh.
Have a chat,
Yes.
So let's have that chat about Pixel Penguins who just pulled a charity rug. Like, how dare they? A charity rug, boss.
Yeah, no, that's deep.
How do you tell someone, or how do you put out in the world, into the public, that I have cancer, so please go and buy my NFT collection. And then it gets posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
Someone important sees it, they repost it, and now everyone's thinking to themselves, instead of me just enriching myself, let me rather buy this person's NFT collection so that I can help them with their treatment, help them with the journey, you know, that soft spot.
Yeah, correct.
And then you're just like, gone, disappear.
However, this influencer
Mm.
who posted actually stated that this person is their friend. And this person is goes by the name
Access
of...
one, something like that.
That's the one, yes. So I find that smart.
Genius.
You know, it's not smart, but it's wrong.
Yeah, because what they can, 20% of the profits will go to charity.
Yes.
While 80% goes to the person's cancer
Medical,
treatment,
yeah,
medical expenses, you know. And then that influence also be like, I will put my reputation on the line for this. It's not a scam, even though we have so many scams. I think it was Wang, was name.
Yeah, Wang.
We have so many scams in, you know, our vast Web3 and fintech environment, but I know this person. I trust him.
Yeah.
Hope exists.
How many times do you think that happened to people in normal life?
What, getting scammed?
Like, for instance, you're running something and I'm like, I know Kim personally. I push you, I have some power maybe on social media. I push you and people obviously hop onto that channel, purchase whatever you're selling.
Within a few hours of Opensea, I might add.
Sold out actually. And you, my friend, who I put my reputation on the line for, just decided, you know what, I got no money, I'm gone. How many times has that actually happened in real life? It's countless, bro.
Facts.
And now that it's happening in Web3,
I mean, that was to be expected though. With the amount of freedom everybody has, you'd expect at least maybe 1 or 10,000 to be like, you know what, let me go through a little bit of a loophole and make some quick stackaroos.
But also, let's be honest, in this current world that we live in right now, you're gonna get that one person that watches too many detective shows on Netflix.
True.
That is like, actually, ain't like something fishy.
yeah, something's going on here.
And that's actually what happened. It got so much hype that there were people that started doing some, you know, deeper dives and digging around. And they found out that this person, Hope Exists, was actually, and has done this before by selling stolen artwork.
Oh yeah,
And they're doing the same thing now.
That was the part I didn't agree with. The hustling part?
Yeah, get your hustle on. Yeah. Don't scare people.
Stealing other people's work.
But get your hustle on.
That's where.
But now you've also stolen from creatives who have worked really hard to do this. And
but then that's also, I'd have to say, that's also another beauty of the blockchain is that you get, everything is so transparent to a point where you can't hide anything.
true, because the person who founded Zach XBT, like you said, actually found a smart contract.
Yeah, true.
And was like,
Everything is.
And then to make it worse, I'm reading this as well now. To make it worse, it turns out that the art that was being sold was stolen, and that the person has been lying about having cancer.
yeah, that was actually bad.
That's what I think. As someone who bought the art and let's say traded it among like the community, it hurts because if I bought the art initially with the thought of I'm helping this person out, and then down the line I realized the money I spent to help this person, or when this person doesn't even have the sickness they claim to have, hurts because there are people out there with actual like issues.
True, I've lost grandparents to that.
You understand? And for me, it hits home because at the end of the day, yes, you got scammed, you got scammed by somebody and you could have actually, you did it with the right intention, but then you found out that now this person never even had a sickness. So for me, my moral compass would be completely shattered because I know for a fact I won't claim to have something like cancer because that's something to play with. Yeah.
But also, you wouldn't be the only person because this person, Exists, the Twitter handle, scam people out of $117,000 worth of ETH.
What?
And the moment people found out it was a scam, people just felt so betrayed and so hurt that, if I'm not mistaken, the floor price dropped from $150 to $7. So it was 0.004 ETH.
That's
Like, people found it and they were like, hell no. They were like, not flying.
There are repercussions here.
There are repercussions, but however, this person's Twitter account has now been deleted and you just can't find them on social media right now.
They've disappeared.
They pulled a proper rug, like, gone.
And that's one of the things that make a lot of people skeptical about the Web3.
Yeah.
even though they initially were. But then some of them were willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and be like, let me try this out and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure not everybody that bought into that collection was already invested or involved in NFT. Some of them were just like, oh, here's this person, whatever.
Yeah.
And they went
That's
out to
true.
buy an NFT because I want to support this person. And most of those people, I'd have to say,
It's like you with kanji. Like I stated before, I think it was episode 2, is a kanji I really like. And not just because you're my friend, but the kanji resonates with me, so I would buy the kanji because I want that art piece, and also I identify with the story of that kanji, and that is why I'll support you.
I do like these kind of topics because over the past couple of episodes we spoke about everything good in the Web3. Well, not everything, most things good.
We try to portray just the good.
Yeah,
And
but
unfortunately there is some bad, like
we
everything
have
in this
to
world.
come to terms with the fact that there is some bad in the Web3, and we have to accept it, but we also have to
acknowledge and educate.
acknowledge
100%
it.
acknowledges, yeah.
So we have to be vigilant about these type of things.
And like Kenny said, educate, which is the main purpose of Coins Chuckles. Yes, the banter.
Yes.
A lot of people actually just subscribe for the banter because they have to watch us laugh and act like the clowns. But, however, the main thing that we wanted to do, jumping in on this, was educate people based on, because these are conversations we have on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We find these articles based on what you at home are asking us, but also we find these articles based on just what we find relevant right now. And unfortunately, I mean, I know Meeks, our editor, or Limp Bizkit, or Hop Along. Hey, I'm getting a best there. Wow. It looks good kill. But Meeks was basically, she thought she was on how can I say, basically a call, a NFT call with a bunch of other NFT collectors and so forth. And this was the hot topic right now. That's why I actually wanted to start with it, because this is all anyone in the NFT right now from his 90s speaking about. That how can someone do something like this in the space? Like, yes, the space is already not fully trusted, and people have worked very hard to get the space trusted. We're one of those, we're part of that group to get people to trust the space, and now something like this has happened. And it's not a good reflection on the space as a whole, because, like you said, cancer is a real thing. And it's sad at the end of the day. However, there's a lot of light and a lot of positive in that there were actually people who could, like I said, do a deep dive that are so invested in the space that could expose us and say, look, this is what this person did.
Yeah.
This person doesn't represent the space as a whole, but this is the reality. We're exposing this person so you can see and it can come to light and you can know that these type of scams that are happening. But also, I know the person who exposed them, Zach, I will find his name, give me 1 second. Zach XPT, they're basically like a deep dive expert, and they have shown light on positive things in the past as well before. Yes, they don't just find negative stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, like we said, we always try and spout the positive. We always try and talk about the good that NFTs can do, financial inclusion, financial freedom, passive income, all those type of things. However, there's some things like this.
Yeah, and just, we have to, like I said, we have to acknowledge it. However, it's not all doom and gloom, because if you look at it, if you look at the silver lining, you'll see that not everybody in the Web3 space is there for themselves.
It's about the community, brother. The fact that everyone jumped on it was like, you have this
ailment.
We're gonna jump behind it. We're gonna help fund your treatment, your medical funds. That just shows
It pushed it to number one.
Opensea.
That's hard alone. That is hard.
What a CryptoPunks, Mutinate, shoot down. Because you're not doing well in this life. You need help. The community is gonna back you.
So
That's
there is
crazy
good
silver
in
lining.
Web3. Yeah, there is good in Web3. It's just people manipulate everything.
Everything in life.
Yeah,
Everything in life, you will find 1 or 2 people, chances that they will see how the system works and they'll try and get through it and try and scam honest people out of hard work and earn funds. But it's one rotten apple in the entire bunch, and if you remove the rotten apple, the rest of the apples don't rot.
True. And our advice to you guys at home is to do research, be vigilant, and make sure that it is trusted.
Because like we always say as well, this isn't financial advice. I'm not even going to put it down there because Megan never puts it in when I say this. I hope she's putting it in the disclaimers. I hope she's putting it in the briefs. I just don't know what's happening right now. But Megan never puts it there, so I hope you're listening.
Wow, he's like, he's upset.
I hope you're listening to what I'm saying, people at home. This is not financial advice. Even what we say, don't go out and buy crypto based on what we say because it's an ever-changing landscape. We're just trying to help educate you and teach you guys so that you can make informed decisions along with your own research. With that being said, what's the bank? With that being said, again, relax that bank. But with that being said, we're talking about some positives.
Right.
I'd like to bring some chuckles back into it. You know, we spoke. What's that gent's name that took over Apple? Which you said is just flopping.
Timothy. Oh, no.
However, Timothy
Yes.
might be doing some things. They're talking about launching their new, which is basically like an Oculus, which is their virtual reality headset, and it has caused Metaverse land and Metaverse tokens via Decentraland and Sandbox to spike like crazy. Wow! Because they say that this could be the next big thing. Like, you know how we spoke about VR before and how Meta, Facebook basically, but Meta, you can only play via their universe.
True.
Their metaverse,
true.
right?
Which flopped to a certain extent.
To a certain extent flopped. It got people introduced to it, but you boxed them in.
True.
Whereas now Apple said,
Limitations.
actually, yes, cool, we only force you to buy our products, usually. We keep it here as well.
Yeah.
But now, with the leaks they've been giving, you can go and play on Decentraland. You can go and play on Sandbox. Have yourself a ball of a time. And that has caused Decentraland and Sandbox, especially Sand tokens, to skyrocket like crazy.
I can see why that happened though, because initially when you thought of the first concept of Metaverse before bumping into Sandbox or Decentraland and stuff, you imagine this virtual world where you're sitting here, but then also at the same time Goku is sitting beside you, or Super Mario, or whatever. What is the movie? The movie one where they play like, it's like a
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, yes. Stuff like that. That's what you imagine when somebody said, when somebody brought up the concept of the metaverse to you.
True.
Yes.
So when Meta came through and they were like, oh, well, we're getting into the whole metaverse thing, and they invested a lot of money in it. It was some $16 or something billion and stuff. So you'd expect it to be like a very successful project that's gonna change how.
Endeavor for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then they made a mistake with limiting it and saying you only have to use our platform.
Use our platform. All the games you download can only be downloaded from our platform.
True.
We're gonna charge you rates, exorbitant rates. For yes, they're quite cheap compared to other virtual reality headsets, but the games you have to get and the space that is limited. So they're running a 50-50 game whereby you're on my platform and you can only buy games on my platform. However, you're so limited because you can only take what I give you.
True.
You can't ask for more. You can't do more. Only people I have partnerships, and only the people that are on my platform can interact with. Everyone else in the world doesn't exist. It's just us here.
Yeah, that was
That's
a bad,
basically what they did.
business move. And then with Apple.
Apple.
Apple. With Apple, it's known to be a very innovative company. For the longest of years, you know what I'm saying? They invent very, very cool products and all these other things that, enable you to do so-called futuristic things. Like the iPhone, the first time you used it, you were like, oh, damn, it's a futuristic something, you know what I'm saying? So with the product that they might potentially be releasing, obviously you'd have an idea of what it's gonna be like. I'm obviously imagining Ready Player One right now. So with that sort of introduction, it's not gonna be a thing of people just looking at it and be like, oh, okay, cool, Apple's releasing something new, so let's just nice. They have a lot of influence and they have a lot of impact in the technological world to a point where a lot of devs are going to be forced to be put in a position where they're going to be like, I want to take advantage of that reality headset. So they're obviously going to endeavor more into.
I mean, we
can say that right now.
I think the difference is when it comes to Apple and all of the other tech-based companies that are within the same pool, is when Apple does it, it's like they do it right on the first try.
True.
Episode 4, bro.
Episode 3.
Oh, sorry.
Can I take a little shot?
No! See, bruh, I'm trying to go home here.
Can you act silent when I say however? I can throw a spelling noise here.
Okay.
Ready? That's overacting. That's overacting. We're not acting now. You're saying?
Okay. However,
You said no, sir. Okay.
Ready?
interesting.
Right.
Not on drugs, interesting.
The camera catches everything. Right. Let's go.
Not light skin condition.
That is fine. That is fine. Yes.
You went, okay. You should make a listen.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Nigga, okay.
Oh! What does he mean by that?
He's an ops.
Yeah. He's like, you want something with you?
No.
The thing I showed you, they replace every word.
Nigga. That's smooth, nigga. Okay.
Okay. Ready? Let me throw a span in the works, alright? So, yes, when Apple does things, they do it big, they do it right. However, decentralized, wow, man's really interested.
I want to know.
Man, set forward like shit got real in FIFA.
I want to know.
He got that 90th minute plus 3 header in. Things got real.
That's the one you want.
However, Decentraland has issued a statement saying that they have not even gotten close to what they want their VR capabilities to be. And Sandbox basically came out and said that no immediate future plans. We don't got no plans for your VR Apple. So I don't know what you're busy with right now. But we're way off. So even though the tokens have risen and people have basically done a bull run to the tokens, the two main platforms that Apple are like, we're coming, you can find us, they're like, I don't know about that big player.
But then with that though, this drives me back to the whole new generation consoles. Consoles. Not consoles. Not console anymore. And this drives me back to the whole thing, the new generation consoles. Obviously, PlayStation was like, okay, after PlayStation 4, we're going to make PlayStation 5. And then for their games, they obviously needed gaming engines that could be compatible with their technology, their product. And obviously, before that, it didn't exist. Well, not that it didn't exist. The already existing engines weren't as advanced. They were not as efficient in terms of creating these next generation games. But then what did they do? They had to put engines like Unreal Engine and Unity in a position where they had to quickly advance their software.
And they're continuously advancing up.
Exactly, because they knew that if they don't, competitors are going to arise who might potentially be better than us. So that's the same chat with Sandbox and Decentraland. I feel like right now they might be like, oh no, we're not considering something like that for now. But then as soon as Apple does drop that VR headset, obviously they're going to be like, there are other metaverses out there that already exist. What if they advance before us? So what if they do something better than us? And obviously if they do, people are going to run towards them because they're like Apple.
Yeah, and what you just said there was what I was going to say when Mikhail was like,
However.
Sandbox and Decentraland is like, no, you're way off. The thing is, because it's Apple, they'll say Apple's way off and they'll say you're not in our plans. But when Apple officially drops, give it like a month maybe, maybe even a couple of weeks, they will then definitely hop on. True. So what you're saying there is so true because a lot of things, they'll shut it down. Once they see that thing drops and starts to rise because of the weight that Apple itself carries,
Facts.
people are going to be like, well, Sandbox and Decentraland are going to be like, come on over.
Okay.
What we said we didn't mean.
So I personally agree with what you guys are saying, right?
Yeah.
Because when Apple moves, everyone moves. Apple says jump, everyone says how high.
True.
Yes.
They tell us iPhone 14 drop, but don't worry, give us 6 months, you're gonna buy the 15.
True.
And everyone says, oh,
It's the same phone. We want it.
100%.
Yeah.
Let me continue to play devil's advocate, right? Because we need the ops
To feature.
in life, right? The ops always a feature.
Yeah. Without villains, there's no hero.
100%. You what did he say? Philosopher.
Philosophical. Philosophical. That what you said. Philosophical, man.
So, according to eToro's market analysis, Josh Gilbert, right? That is the other
GB.
gentleman.
GB.
Let's just say
Yo.
JG, Josh. Gilbert.
Oh, this is gosh.
Not Gosh.
Gosh.
Gilbert. Not other.
JB. Yeah, that's it.
JG has basically stated that.
Yo, I've butchered the hell out of that.
You did your English balance.
Declined that hard, bro. Either way.
Stop saying
Doing that. Stop it.
Stop. I can see my girlfriend when I speak to him. Stop it. But he basically, within saying that Apple does they do it right? He's not actually made that statement, like you said earlier. You know, you agree with him on that. Another, however, is he's also stated that a fully immersive metaverse is probably still a long way off, especially judged by from the time the first Apple product or iPhone was released, right? Let me get that right, where we only once we got, let's say, to 7 or 8, were they actually able to release apps, applications that were fully capable of functioning on that system. So with that also being said, he also did state that the future of the metaverse hangs on the popularity of the metaverse and tokens, they call them shitcoins, shitcoins, because they sink. I remember what you said. Their future rests and hangs in the balance whereby it all depends on the popularity of either Decentraland or Sandbox and how many people actually flock towards them. That will be the defining factor whether or not this product will be successful or not.
Wow. That's similar to the transitioning from Web
2 to Web 3.
Yeah, from Web 2 to Web 3. When Web 2 started, it was just Facebook and Google.
Yeah.
Mail. No Instagram, no Snapchat.
MySpace.
Brother,
MySpace.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't that old.
Neither were we.
Okay.
Well, only born a few years before you.
I thought you guys.
We didn't use MySpace personally, but
So
We know of it because we have family who are older.
So you guys went there during,
Don't say it.
Oh yeah. Do you not know?
moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to go home. Is there any computer? What is?
The when Cobas, was walking around.
Moving on. Please.
I really want to see you get himself cancelled.
No, don't do it. But then yes, with the whole introduction to Web 2, people were unsure. They knew, obviously, the tech heads knew where they would have liked for it to go. And then to some extent, it didn't go where they might have wanted, but then probably better. Because look at the amount of resources we have right now. You have things like ChatGPT. This is crazy. I don't know if that actually falls under Web 3 or Web 2 or what.
It's a Web 3.
It's Web 3, no?
Look, actually, it's debatable because it's still it's .ai, right?
.ai,
There's Web 3.
Okay, perfect. But yes, the transitioning, the evolution from where it started, social media only had Facebook, and that thing you guys used to use, we have Mix.
We never used it.
Yeah, and it's like Mix it. Now you have these flock of social medias that you keep on switching between every 2 seconds when Mikhail and the director, they're preparing other stuff and stuff. Yeah, so I feel like we're not just going to end on the meta. Obviously, the metaverse is going to be like the head honcho of everything else. But then in terms of advancing, there's going to be more things that people, not even us right now, we are aware of, or we have ideas of what they could be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Smart.
Yes.
And like Little John.
Yeah. It's like, let me say my first and then end it with a yeah. But moving on to Web 2.
Before we do it, right? Because I will forget these two things. First of all, whenever this mentions philosophical pops up in my mind, right?
Same.
100%. Same. Number two, before we get on to Web 2, can we stick with crypto for a second?
Okay.
I know I'm throwing a span in your works right now.
Right.
Because I know you had an idea, but please keep it.
Had it.
I'm sorry to distract you.
It's lost.
I took the wheel and I'm driving the bus now.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
He's taking the wheel completely from both of us now.
Either way, you're saying?
So as I was saying, to keep it on Web 3, right, or on crypto specifically,
Uh-huh.
I want to run a very smooth transition. Since we are all, I wouldn't say it, but
What?
from episode 1,
What?
I've gotten you guys.
Loop! I wanted to say that word.
was so subtle with it.
He was not getting it, so now you get it. He looped us out.
I was so subtle. So now that everyone is...
I got it.
Yeah.
Just before he said it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say it.
But now that everyone is of that, you know, mind space.
Yes, yes.
And I'd like to just run a smooth transition and slide on over. Okay. This man is 18 right now.
I have so much. I drank an espresso before he came. I have so much energy, boss. Yeah. So yes, let's just smooth and lube and other stuff. Transitioning.
I would like to do
The most irrelevant comment
I
ever.
felt like getting that off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Because you can. I'm not.
what?
I can say that.
Shakira is not allowed in here, and your hips do lie.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, you were saying?
As I was saying, I'd like to just slide on over since everyone is like,
Okay, yes.
and let's just talk about China basically causing a bull run, since you mentioned the bull rush shot.
We're talking about the China earthquake.
The China earthquake.
Not a real earthquake.
They're not having a real earthquake right
Oh,
now. Wow. No.
Crypto earthquake.
Crypto earthquake, basically, since we're on the topic of crypto. Basically, if we're going to just do a quick gist and crux of the matter, we know your cryptocurrency has suffered this year. There's a bear market.
very much.
And you are having people like the country of China, I say people as a population,
Right.
sorry, that are basically going to cause a bull rush movement. And the way they're going to do that, or they've propositioned that, is they started broadcasting this on their national TV stations. They started broadcasting cryptocurrency, which they don't do often. And the Chinese population, as stated to the journalist that's done this article, right, that whenever they've done this in the past, they've caused such an influx of people to purchase crypto that the rates and the floor prices just skyrocket. Like crazy. And they know what they're doing by doing this. We spoke about the Metaverse, we spoke about their own version of ChatGPT.
Yes.
It's like they're just hitting every fold of Web3 and they're like, actually, you told me only make toys.
Yeah.
And you told me only make all these other things.
I think China, when it comes to Web3, they're a lot more strategic about what they do. I'd say the Western world is almost like a, let's give it a shot and see where it goes.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like China's
That's the best way to do it.
taking like Lego blocks and they're building and they're
Sure.
building and they're like, okay, we do this now. And then, okay, now we do this now. And the people trust them so much that the minute they do something, they cause that influx, like Mikhail's mentioning. And I think it's smart too. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
super smart,
China's
it's super strategic.
way too smart for this
And
world.
they're basically playing chess right now.
Crypto chess.
Crypto chess is exactly what they're doing. They're like, okay, cool. Like you said, the world thinks like this. The world has moved their chess piece, and China's gone, nah, move 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm 4 plays ahead of you, and have your fun.
True.
Until I checkmate.
Until I checkmate you and I just finish everything on this board. I know all the pieces of books I've won. What do we call Faisal?
Pigeon chess.
100%. China has basically gone and said, the rest of the world, you're playing pigeon chess, but don't worry, I still got the game on lock.
You said pigeon chess.
And China is very innovative.
Yeah, they are. They're smart.
Very futuristic thinking country and stuff.
There's probably a kid 5 years old who knows more about crypto than we know.
I mean, that's
Probably.
stereotypical. You ask me, China needed to finish this. China is taking over everything, as you guys do.
I'm sorry, I broke you. I just couldn't. What? China!
But yes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Africa for following the investing footsteps.
That is something different that we can discuss.
You can pick that up, please. Yes. I don't know what I wanted to say. I wanted to say a piece about China diversifying themselves. You know, with the recent. It's not even recent. The whole BRICS summit happening this year. The whole other countries. I think it was more than 28 or something wanting to join BRICS as well. And stuff. They know what they're doing. Obviously, they're going to be sharing their resources and all these other things with these other countries. And then when they do finally take that hard step towards hard. Oh my God, that's a Model C English. Mama, you see this? I gotta spike. But yeah, when they do finally take that hard step toward, oh my God, I said it again. When they take that step towards crypto in terms of implementing it into how their country's economy works, they're obviously gonna want to take their alliances along with them, which involves, at this point, majority of the world, because everybody else is moving from the West, by West meaning America only, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's gonna be a very defining point for the world in terms of how they're gonna be viewing crypto, Web3 as a whole going forward.
True,
That's what I
because
wanted to say.
China is like the apple of everything.
True.
When
And
they
then
do
we-
something, it makes a big statement. They usually do it right, and then the world follows suit, right?
True.
I feel like the direction that we're going from Web 1 was like, if you look at it, it's like Web 1 and Web 2 was...
How do we get to 3 Kenny?
No, we eventually go. I said you guys off on
Was
the
it there?
Oh, okay, fair
I'm
point.
just saying,
Okay.
based on the
Sorry.
knowledge we have.
Yeah. Sorry.
So if you look at Web 1 and 2, and you categorize them, right? You categorize Web 1 and 2 to the Western world, the driving force of this. And then when you look at Web 3, yes, it might have started with the Western world, but it's like now
Transition.
with the power of China, they're literally saying, that suits us
Not
more
even
than
China,
it suits you.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
a whole, but specifically China
So-
for this example, yeah.
So I feel like China then becomes this powerhouse of Web3, which is currently the most powerful version of the internet. And I think that is huge, and I think that is going to be massive based on what you were saying regarding BRICS. Because having China on your side in today's world,
It's a big thing.
dude,
True.
it's
Very much.
Yeah,
it's like having Superman.
Yeah,
on
with
your
global
side.
superpower, yeah.
Yeah,
The
basically.
stigma went from, you bought those clothes in China to, you bought those clothes in China.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, it actually went from, made in China to, it wasn't made in China.
Oh, yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly
True,
that.
true. Yeah.
Yes.
Moment of silence. as we-
Moving on to Web 2.
I was about to say,
Yes.
to get back to what I disrupted you in earlier
Yes.
on, you had a question about Web 2 that you wanted to pose before I kept on Web 3, which was?
You guys know Jack.
Hey man, the big boss,
Big Dorison.
the Twitter man.
Oh!
Yes. He claims to regret his role in creating the centralized.
How do you regret something you helped create and
Dude,
found?
dude, it's
that's,
like-
that's tough.
Think about you created this couch. It's your couch. This couch gets sold worldwide. Everybody knows this couch to be Kenny's couch, right? And then you're like, I don't want this couch no more. I don't want to be associated with this couch anymore. But you've already made it. You've already stamped your foot into
Is
the
the
ground.
reason justified though?
I think so.
Yes.
Can I?
You
Jack?
can.
I think it's justified because what information does the Web 2 space spread? Let's be honest. It spreads a lot of divisiveness. It divides people up. It makes people not think that they have a community, not think that they
True,
have
true, very much.
someone to fall back on. People see non-realistic goals on Web 2 media that make them think that I'm not good enough or I'm not of the same caliber as you and I will never be like you, and then they, you get a poor mental state.
True.
It also causes things, it shows things like violence. How many times when a school shooting or something happens, wherever it happens, we don't say it in that place that happens,
Right.
but it happens there, and it's global news, and it becomes global news via Web 2 platforms.
True.
It also spreads so much misinformation. Like, just in South Africa alone, people were talking about the EFF marching and grid shutdown, all of those things, and we had dates, we had locations, we had everything. Come the day, Big Juju was like, I don't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So, like, I do think his reason is justified in saying that this is the nonsense that is spewed out currently on the platform that I helped create, and I now feel remorse because I didn't create this thing to be like this, I didn't create this thing to make people feel like this. I created it with the hope that people come together, find a community, talk about topics and learn things, and it's gone a complete 180.
So it's similar to Einstein, who it states here that he worked on the nuclear chain reactions,
True.
and that caused the
Creation of the
invention
nuclear bomb.
of an atomic bomb.
Mm.
And obviously, he's research.
The atomic bomb was not fun.
No, I mean like having the knowledge and the ability to create
So-
something that can be revolutionized in that way, you know. I mean, it's negative.
Okay,
I mean, you know, yeah.
but his intentions weren't anything like that.
Sure.
And then you've got
Kalashnikov,
Mikhail, not you,
the Russian dude,
Kalashnikov.
with
Yes.
the AK-47.
Yes, he designed the AK-47,
Yeah.
and then later realized that the AK-47 has been responsible for
The majority of deaths
of
around the world, actually.
the world.
This episode dark.
We're going deep, man.
Cancer, violence,
Bombs. Bombs.
Think of us as designers. We creating a project, right? Or we're designing something. We're so stuck on that actual design, and we're stuck on the intention that we have as people, because we're not bad people. And think of
We hope.
something like you creating this project. Once you've released this project, somebody else takes it and manipulates it
For no good.
for no good. But then the no good is the one that actually that the world actually sees. And you, as the inventor, is like, yo, this is such a nice invention.
I made it with this intention and this thought.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great. And now I'm looking at it going,
It's a war of intention versus interpretation.
It's in a way it's really sad.
Preach sometimes.
that was a good round.
Oh, preach.
He deserves to interrupt you for that. That was,
Philosophy.
he was philosophy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
In a way. In a way.
it's sad.
Oh, that's what you say.
I'm thrown off.
Oh, he's turned off. Okay, so then let me also then throw this to you guys, right? Yes, it's extremely sad, and yes, like I said, this episode, but also we can't just educate people on the good, right?
Right.
That's what we've been doing for the past 4 episodes. We've been educating everyone at home on the good. We've been. Why are you looking at like that?
Ooh. As a creator, you have to bear the burden of your creation falling into the wrong hands. Thank you, gentlemen.
Where are you going?
We're not done.
Sorry. I got in the moments.
Wow, with this guy.
Sorry about that.
Wow. Okay, I think this deserves a new topic because we're all
Yes.
thrown off.
Yes.
Let's talk about why Opensea's NFT marketplace cannot win. Gentlemen. Kenneth?
We will throw this one to you since you know a lot about Opensea.
Question is, who can win?
No.
He does not know anything about this.
All right.
I do actually.
Okay.
Obviously, 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 OpenSea is currently
Yes.
the biggest NFT marketplace, subjectively speaking. I say that because with the introduction of that other marketplace that has a very high trading volume surpasses OpenSea currently. But then for a very good reason. One of those being, I'm gonna ask you two because you guys are obviously sneaker. Who's the question now? Because obviously you guys.
Okay, that's fine. What? You talk too much. Anyway, last year.
We don't get paid at all. This is a love venture, boss. We do coins and chuckles out of the love and goodness of our hearts.
Oh man. Okay. Bored apes. Last year, bored
I
apes.
was gonna get to that though.
It took long.
I was literally breathing, bro. I had to smoke for a second. Remember, kids, smoking is not good for your health. So yes, my question was gonna be: you guys obviously, I don't want to say sneaker elites, but you guys are people who are actively involved in terms of in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So then obviously you've seen, Jordan. I'm gonna make an example using a Jordan.
But when we
And then
see
Jordan.
we see Jordan and 45.
The rip-off. You know what I'm saying?
When we see 45 the other day, sorry, we were in Popeyes and we saw 45 instead of 23.
See you later.
Jordan like this.
Okay, Jordan.
But then yes, my point. Getting to my point. obviously with every good creation,
Yeah.
there's bound to be people who
And imitation.
Yes, there are bound to be people who are going to be trying to take advantage of that. Copycats, you know what I'm saying? So with the biggest stir in Opensea for the past couple of months, not even a couple, it's a lot actually, is the whole projects or collections that are imitating very popular and
Because
successful.
they know it's a successful.
Exactly. So people's biggest concern is with Web3's promise of, originality, retaining authenticity, being able to prove that here's the original compared to this.
Right.
It's going to be easy for them to take down other imitations and stuff.
So basically,
Tear them down.
Funky Ape Yacht Club, which was
Funky, yes.
basically banned off of
Exactly. So for those who don't know, the Funky Ape Club is Funky Ape Yacht Club is an imitation of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is the biggest NFT collection in the world right now. And then with that, there were obviously people who are buying into the Funky Ape Club despite it being an imitation of something else. But then those people are probably one of the minorities. I'm not going to say majorities because almost everybody in the space is very knowledgeable about us. So those groups of people were buying into this thing under the impression that it's similar to Bored Ape, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They come from the same company and whatever. And people were saying, we're calling Opensea out saying, why are you guys allowing this project, which is clearly an imitation of this other one, why are you guys allowing it to still continue trading on your marketplace? And then Opensea didn't say anything for the very longest of time. Because they were like, we're in the head, we're in the lead, we're the biggest, so we have no reason to be paying attention.
Let's make some money.
You know? So which was a very huge mistake because again, Web3 is very community driven. So those people can decide collectively, which is what they do normally. They do everything collectively, community. So they were like, we'll show you. We'll show you guys what happens when you don't listen to our concerns. You know what I'm saying? So now that brings about the question of, will OpenSea ever regain its status as a trusted NFT marketplace? And that is what led us here right now.
So what concerns me the most is the fact that Funky Apes didn't even hide the fact that they copied.
Yeah, it looked the same.
Dude, all it did was flip the actual image to face the other way. Everything was the same. Even the name itself, Funky Apes Yacht Club. Anything that has the word Ape Yacht Club, immediately you think to yourself, it's Bored Ape.
True.
It's by association.
Yeah, and then when you hear Funky Ape, you're still gonna think that it's part of Bored
It's a
Ape.
new iteration because you're a mutant ape. they have the
Exactly that.
They have all those things, you know.
Yeah.
They weren't even shy about it. They were just like, we're gonna do this, and we'll see how far it goes. And because it went that far without OpenSea doing anything, everybody obviously said something. OpenSea said nothing.
True.
And I think that might just discredit them, as you're saying.
Yeah, it already has.
One of the trusted.
True, and like you said, really has, and that's why there's a rival marketplace that they kind of position themselves to say, okay, they've lost your trust. We fixed their security issues. We're ready to take you.
True.
Come on board when you're ready.
True.
We'll
Yeah.
wait for you. Which I think is it's a bit sad because you basically pay an arm and a leg to an OpenSea. They take everything you have. Your house, your car, your wife, your dog, just so you can try and get there. However, they've built such a community that once you're on there, yes, you made the sacrifice to pay those fees, the gas fees and fees, everything like that. But I'm on there. I have a better chance of selling on there than anywhere else in the world.
Sure.
But now, what if someone sees my artwork but they have more money than me? Are they not just gonna pump a Funky Ape Yacht Club and run away with it?
Sure.
Yeah.
True.
So now what do I do?
Very much true.
Another question that I have is, because it took so long, with OpenSea wanting to do something, which they should, but they also should have done it earlier, but with them wanting to do something about it now, it's going to cause backlash within the communities, because it's like, why did you wait so long for all this? And the problem is, they've grown to such a point where they have partnerships with people like Twitter. And that's going to cause a backlash because it's, like you said, guilty by association. So even though Twitter has nothing to do with it, it's going to be like, why are you still partnering with OpenSea?
So man, poor Jack Dorsey going to the most right now.
Dude,
Shout out Big Daddy Elon, bro, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, sorry. Sad to
Elon might just shoot a rocket and then call it a day. But yeah, Is it too late for Opensea to do something now? Or do they still have time to redeem themselves?
Tell you what, ask them that question.
Yes. Is it too late for Opensea to do something now about this Funky Apes Yacht Club?
Let's phrase it like this. Can OpenSea gain redemption in the community's eyes? You guys tell us in the comments, let us know what you think.
Or do you think it's too late?
It's done. It's
Yeah.
peace out. It's alright.
Let us know downstairs.
Shout out Big Daddy Elon. I had to say that again. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because the ops.
No, but Starlink. I'm waiting for Starlink to come to South Africa. Please approve the thing. You know yourselves, people in power.
Thank you.
We're not voting for you.
With that being said, I think
That's alright?
I think we've covered quite a lot today.
Yeah.
It got deep, it got dark.
Yeah, I want to use the episodes like this, I must say, like, it was very
But it was things that had to be said.
true.
We should have more of them. I thought I have negativity.
Okay, so then
Okay,
put
but-
this to a poll. Ask them again, once again, if they'd like to see more of this realness, more of this, the dark side of what could happen if you don't do your research. Pose the question to them.
You should vote for it.
No!
No.
Let me ask this properly. Because Kelly, wow. For everyone at home, if you would like to see more of this realness, if you would like to see us discussing more of the bad things that can go wrong in the Web3 space, let us know below if you would like to have more of these episodes, if you don't just want... Because yes, even this was a dark episode, we still had the banter. So, banter's not going to stop. But if you'd like to know more what could go wrong in the space, drop a comment down below. And with that being said, thank you for watching Coins Chuckles episode 5. We did not think we would get here. Kenny looks like he's a proud father that has just watched his son graduate on stage and he doesn't know what's happening right now, but I got you through. But with that being said, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for riding this journey with us. If you are new, thank you for finding us in episode 5. Make your way back to episode 1. I promise you, the content is worth the watch, especially episode 3. That thing was crazy. I don't know what happened there, but it's a new precedent because now we just laugh and cause 20-minute intros and hour-long outros. So, like I said, with that being said, thank you for watching. Well, once again, did we mention this in the podcast this time? What? We did at the beginning, right?
But yes, once again, thank you to Livex NFT Marketplace for partnering with us.
Backing us, powering us.
Yes.
You can find their socials, Megan doesn't like it, so I'll do it again. Right here. Over here. On a silver platter.
And do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
If you're looking for any NFTs, go on there. Have a look. We've got some nice things.
And go back to
this
episode
man
1
has produced
to find out
myself.
about the no gas fees. And the zero minting. Because he talks about it in definitely episode 1, but I think we're doing this way too long. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the bell notification to be notified when we post at all times, guys. Comment down below, like, it really helps us on the algorithm because you know Big Papa wants new sneakers and he needs new sneakers.
Please.
So please help us. You really need them that badly, Big Dog?
Yeah. Yeah, please.
It's not that deep, though.
He's re-releasing, bro. I want those shoes.
Great.
3rd of June. When is it?
We don't. Yeah,
This weekend,
yeah,
was it?
this weekend, yeah.
Okay.
It's tomorrow, no? Sunday, no? Saturday.
It's soon.
It's soon. But yeah, thank you for riding with us. Megan is looking at us like you're a bunch of clowns. You screwed up this intro. Come back next week, Thursday. We'll be live again with episode 6.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Nah, don't say hopefully. Big up.
Now this time it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
No,
happen.
the shoes.
Oh, the shoes. You're still stuck on the shoes.
Get the shoes.
Hopefully you'll see him with the new shoes. We are back. We will see you guys soon. With that being said, let us hit the mandatory.
He's gone. He's gone. Ladies and gentlemen,
Kenny has left the building. Goodbye. God damn. You're not even gonna say bye to people properly?
please say goodbye.
Not even just a young.
No, not this time.
He's gone. That's our president. We'll see you guys. We love you. Come back.
They were gonna pick me up, so that's why I ran.